Good morning, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. It is Friday, March 29th. Yes, March 29th. What's going on today? Let's see. I need to check birthdays. No birthdays today. Let's look at weather. Right now it is 38, feels like 30. It's supposed to be a high of 43 and a low of 29. Cloudy skies, winds west-northwest of 15 to 25 miles per hour. High wind gusts are possible. Humidity 48%. Sunset 7:35 p.m. Yes. Okay. Today's National Day. Okay, where is it? Today's National Day. Well, it is Good Friday. National Pita Day. Do you guys like pita? Pita bread? You know, make pita sandwiches. I used to buy them. I haven't bought them in years. You know, you just stuff them up with all kinds of veggies and some meat. Yummy. Okay, today's wisdom quote. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self, by May Sarton. Today's word of the day. No. Let's listen.
Eau Denis.
Eau Denis. E-A-U space capital D-E space capital N-I-L. A pale greenish color. A pale greenish color. Oh, and it's word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. Yeah. That's it. Okay. I have to tell you a story, and yes, this is Danielle. Danielle, I'm calling you out. Because I thought she was crazy. Yes, I did. I'm admitting it. So, you know, Danielle's told me a couple times, take a cotton ball, put some of your lavender oil on it, and set it next to your CPAP. I'm like, that ain't gonna... I'm thinking, I did not say it out loud to her, that ain't gonna do shit. You can't smell anything. She says it'll come in through whatever in the CPAP. I did not believe her. Never believed her, so I never tried it. So last night, I'm like, fine. I had a napkin, or I had my Kleenex next to me last night, and so I had put some lavender oil on it instead of using my diffuser, so I could keep sniffing it and I could smell it while I was stitching last night. So before I went to bed, Danielle says, take that Kleenex and set it next to your CPAP. Okay, I will do it just to make her happy and to shut her up about telling me to do this shit. So I set it next to my CPAP on the side that doesn't have the water in it. So I had it on the other side of it. I put my mask on, and that's all I can smell is that lavender. Holy shit, it worked. It did take me a little while to fall asleep. I would have stayed asleep, but the dog woke me up at 3. I did not put her in the crate last night. I ended up moving. I have a, it's like a mesh, and it folds up, but you pull it up and you can put your dirty laundry in it. I have that next to my side of the bed against the wall. I just moved it a little bit more so it was in front of the outlet so the dog wouldn't unplug my CPAP. She couldn't get up on the bed again. She's having a hard time getting on the bed. She still runs around in the house and outside. It's just her jumping up on the bed. She has troubles. So she must have slept over on Scott's side because he had his blanket wadded up over there in an old pillow. So she must have slept over there. She woke me up at 3 to go out. I could still smell the lavender. I let her out, and there had to have been a skunk close by because, oh my God, it made my eyes water. It was so strong, and I'm like, you better do your business and come right back in. That skunk had better not be out in my yard because I know her and she'll try to chase it. No, not at 3 in the morning. No. So she hurried up, did her business. I don't think she liked the smell either. And she was like, oh, I'm coming back in. So I let her in. I get back into bed, put my mask on. I can still smell that lavender oil. Really, Danielle? I'm serious. I never believed you. I'm like, there is no way that works. So now I'm thinking, I bet you when I have a cold or really bad sinus issues, I could put a little bit of Vicks on a cotton ball and set it there. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Danielle. I should have believed you. I didn't. I always thought that was a nut job idea. I'm like, you wait till I see her. Oh, thank you. It didn't help a lot with my sleeping, but it made me calm. So, yeah, and I'm going to keep that Kleenex there till the oil doesn't smell anymore. And then I'll just get another one. Or a cotton ball, doesn't matter. And I still have a ton of lavender left. I also need to see, I do have I have a lot of oils, but I know there's a couple other ones that are also for sleeping and that. So I'm going to check them out because Danielle wasn't lying. So if any of you have troubles and you have a CPAP, because let me tell you, I have a wax warmer up on Scott's side of the room. My room is not big. I don't smell that when I have my CPAP on, and that's not lit up while I'm wearing it, but you can still smell it in the air, and I have a litter box in there in my room. I don't smell that when I have my CPAP on, so yeah, it was definitely an experience, and I did sleep until, like I said, 3 o'clock. So I tried to fall back to sleep, and I couldn't. So at 3:30, I got up. I came in the family room, got in the recliner with my Kindle, and I finished the book I was reading. Yep, and I went back to bed at 5. Got up at 9:30, I think it was. Yeah, it was like 9. It's like 9, between 9:30 and 9:45. Yep. Never believed her. Thought she was crazy. Like, I'm not doing that. That's not going to do shit. Yes, it does. And this won't stay closed. I don't know what's going on with this pen. I need some more red pens because I use red for cross stitching. And I think I'm out of a lot of reds. I might have to start going through my gel pens that I use for coloring. So yesterday I stitched on Hade Astrology Cat. And I put in 211 stitches. Okay. Hade Stocking. And the Astrology Cat was for my daily 30, and the pop culture, the letter H for heaven. So the Hade Stocking, I put in 107 stitches. And Hade Rosie, I put in 111. And Enchantress by Doreen Jones, I finished backstitching. And so the first book I finished yesterday was The Perfect Housemate. Now, all the time that I'm reading it, I'm thinking this is a 4-star. It's a standalone. But at the end, I marked it down to a 3-star because it kind of left you on a cliffhanger. You don't do cliffhangers on standalones. You just don't do that. So, New Witch on the Block was something that I had on my Kindle. A lot of the ones I've been reading on the Kindle are from last year when they had Stuff Your Kindle Day. So, I stuffed my Kindle so much that I don't do it anymore. And when I'm done reading them, I permanently delete them. The same with my ARCs from NetGalley. There's only a couple authors from NetGalley that I don't ever. But, yeah. So, The Perfect Housemate. June is friends with Kimmy. Kimmy has been her friend since they were little kids because Kimmy was her next door neighbor. And they went to, something happened in June's childhood. The parents sent her to boarding school, and now she's, then she went to uni, and now she's living in this house with 3 other housemates. Kimmy is one of them. And they decide they need another housemate to help chip in. So they fix up the basement and make that into a bedroom. And they bring Poppy in. Well, Poppy does not seem very nice to her. And things start happening to June. And you know that Poppy has done it. Well, meanwhile, Kimmy gets engaged and they're all invited to a hen party. Because this is set in the UK, they call it a hen party. So Kimmy says, I'm paying for the whole thing, and they're going away. But they get ready to go away, and there's no June. June said something happened to her mom, she had to go. So everybody has a good time. Now, meanwhile, right before this happened, June and Poppy made up. They are friends again. I don't think June fully trusts Poppy, but she found out some things about Poppy and why Poppy might be out after her. And June also met a nice man named Dan. I think it was Dan. She starts dating him. And everything goes fine. And then Poppy doesn't show up to the hen party, and Poppy, things just don't seem right in Poppy's mind, and when they get back, she notices some things. And that's when all hell breaks loose, and yeah, people are not who they seem to be. But it left you on a cliffhanger, and I don't like that in standalones. So I wasn't happy about that. So I gave it a 3-star. So then after that, I started New Witch on the Block by Louisa West. It's the first book in a series. I don't know how many books are in the series. I'm probably not going to finish the series just because I have so many books I want to get to, unless it's a series that I already know I want to read. But the New Witch, the Perfect Housemate, sorry, I got from NetGalley as an ARC. It just came out. New Witch on the Block was from Stuff Your Kindle Day. The New Witch on the Block was really good. Gave it 4 stars. The main character is Rosie. She has a 10-year-old daughter, Maggie. Well, when Rosie was growing up, she was in orphanages. And she met a 17-year-old who had a motorcycle. He's the bad boy. Well, yeah, he became a bad boy. Very abusive to her. So she decides to go on the run and leave him. She packs up her daughter. They leave, hoping he won't find her. So she moves into this small town, and she's greeted by the pastor's wife and a couple other women. They come to her house and introduce themselves, and you have to go to church. And yeah. So the one woman says, I will send my husband over. He'll help you fix up around the house. So he does. He shows up. He's not very nice. He tries hitting on her. Little subtle. But while he's doing that, his wife shows up with some kind of casserole or something, and she sees him touching Rosie, who wanted to put him in his place before his wife showed up. Well, he tells his wife Rosie came on to him, and so now the whole town is against her except the guy she's working for. She gets a job at the little local grocery store. It's a very small town. Now these women are trying to drive her out because she's a home wrecker. The pastor's son, yeah, he was a nasty piece of shit too. But anyways, she meets her neighbor, and he says he's a king and she's his queen. And he was a little drunk. She called him a lumberjack. He's over 6 foot. He's got red hair and the big beard and all that. And there's a chemistry between them. So you know they're going to end up together. But come to find out, yes, she is a witch. And her parents had put her up in foster care so that people wouldn't find her. And then they were killed. So he fills her in on everything, and yeah, she starts learning how to be a witch. And of course, her ex-husband and his motorcycle gang show up, and they're not very nice, but he does get his comeuppance, and what happens to him made me laugh so hard. The book is really good. If you want something cute and funny, and you like a little bit of paranormal, get New Witch on the Block by Louisa West. I recommend it. I did like The Perfect Housemate. Don't get me wrong, I did like it. I recommend it if you don't mind the ending like that. I don't like cliffhanger endings when it's a standalone. That's just BS. Okay. I can throw that one out. I have finished all my March ARC reads except for one, and I'm not going to read it because I didn't like the first book. I didn't know this was the second book. It was called Empire of the Damned by J. Kristoff. So I'm like, okay, I better read the first book because everybody was saying you need to read the first book to understand the second. I only got like 100 pages in. I did not like it. So I know I'm not going to read the second book. So now we will be going on to April. So next week I will start some ARCs for April. I have 2 of them that are due on April 2nd. And it looks like all of these are standalones because I usually look them all up. Let me see. I want to make sure they're all standalones. Otherwise, I'm still working on my Kindle books from Stuff the Kindle Day, and then I'll be going to my TBR pile. Fantastic fiction, that is my best go-to. Nancy Thayer. I have a book That comes out April 23rd, called The Summer We Started Over by Nancy Thayer. And yeah, that's a standalone. That's a standalone. Then I have Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. That comes out April 23rd. Sally Hepworth. Darling Girls. Yeah, that's a standalone. She doesn't do series. I think I already looked these up. Old Flames and New Fortunes by Sarah Hogel, which comes out April 2nd. Sarah Hogel. And it's book one of a new series. She's a new author. She's got 3 standalones, and then this is her first book of a series. So if I like it, I'll probably ask for the rest of the series when they come out, if I remember. So I'm going to put number 1. Then I have Escape to the Rome Apartment by Carrie Fisher. I really like Carrie Fisher. So I believe that's a no, it's book 3. It's book number 3. That comes out on the 11th. Might have to see if I can get the other 2 books. The first one is The Rome Apartment. That came out last year. And then 2 is Secrets at the Rome Apartment. That came out last year also. And then we have Nowhere to Hide by Carrie Beavis. That comes out April 2nd. Carrie Beavis. Nowhere to Hide. And that's a standalone. So yeah, I've got 5 books for next month that are arcs. I still have to write a couple book reviews for the ones in March. So I want to do that this weekend. So hopefully I can get to that. But yeah, I'm doing better at getting my arcs read. Now I just need to keep doing my book reviews, because I'll get reading and forget to go in and do book reviews. I don't do book reviews if they're not an arc. I will go into Goodreads and give it a star rating and the date I started and finished it, but that's it as far as a regular book review. So that's my mug today. Yes, it's got lipstick on it. Procrastinate. It's a verb, to cross stitch when you could be doing housework. So what I'm doing today is I will work on Astrology Cat. When I finish that, I'm going to do dishes. I will stitch on the stocking. When I'm done with that, I have a load of laundry to do. When I'm done with that, I will stitch on Rosie. Then I will clean the bathroom. And tonight, I get to put all the beads on Enchantress by Doreen Jones. I finished all the back stitching last night before I went to bed. And yeah. So there's that. Scott got home yesterday. We went and got groceries. I had to get stuff to make the meal tomorrow for Justin's birthday. He wants the ham and noodle casserole. So I'm fixing that. And then I bought me a big asparagus, and then stuff to make cheesy potatoes for Easter Sunday. I don't know if he's coming over for Easter Sunday. And Dylan said Candy has the day off. She never takes a day off on holidays because she gets paid more. But, yeah. So there's that. I got to go pay some bills, and, yeah. That's it, everybody. I'm going to go. I need to stitch. And I'll probably talk to Danielle sometime today. And I know Danielle's probably laughing her ass off at me when I told her what I did. Because, that's just her. And and she likes to pick on me, and yeah. So I need to pay some bills. Oh, another thing that happened. We got out of Aldi's. We either got to Aldi's or got out of Aldi's. We get in the car, and Scott hands me $40, and I'm like, what's this for? He goes, I put in some extra overtime last week so you could get your nails done. That was very sweet because I haven't gotten my nails done in 2 months. They're a mess. I don't know if you can see that. There's a big gap. The stuff's falling off. I already lost the nail polish on that one, and this nail is really weak. These two, I don't know why she's barking. These two nails here, they didn't cure very well, so the nail polish, I don't know what happened, but yeah. Let's take these out. Yeah, I don't know why she's barking. But that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye-bye.